So, I am going to be talking about the Week 18 2024 playoff picture. When we talk about the playoff picture at the start of Week 18 as Week 17, Monday Night Football is meaningless. Yes, that is right. It's completely meaningless. In the AFC, you have the Chiefs and the Bills. They're going to rest their Kansas City Chiefs and the Buffalo Bills. They're going to rest Keisters. They'll play and try to rest Keisters, which is kind of expected. Not really too surprised there. You have Baltimore. They're going to play the first game of Week 18 on Saturday at 4:30 Eastern. They're going to try and clinch the 30 spot with the win over Cleveland. Then you have Houston. They're already in the 4. They might just rest Keisters, or they might just need some momentum for Week 18. So they might just play with the 9-7 record. Seems like they need it. Pittsburgh needs a win. They probably won't win their division. Obviously, don't know. They won't rest her anyways. It's one of those things where Pittsburgh actually needs a win to get the 5 spot. If they win against the Cincinnati team that's fighting for their playoff lives, that's a tough game. And this could drop Pittsburgh into the 6. I'm not sure if they would have the tiebreakers over like if Denver made the playoffs. Tenson. So Pittsburgh would be 10-7, possibly, and they could possibly be 7th. I'm not for sure if Pittsburgh will be 7th. Could be 7th, but it could be 6th. I know they could get beaten by the LA Chargers or the Denver Broncos if one or both. If Pittsburgh, if they lose, they could get leapfrogged. So you still got a lot to be said. And same with the number 6 spot. The 7 spot is Denver's going to clinch it, or is Miami going to clinch against my Jets, or is Cincinnati going to clinch it with their win over Pittsburgh? Denver does play Kansas City's rest of their Keisters. And you got right here going in this game. You got a tough matchup here. For teams, we got Week 18. You got Minnesota Vikings playing Detroit Lions. The winner gets the number 1 seed in the NFC in Game 272 of the regular season. Sunday football. Final Sunday football of the regular season. Or in the final regular season game for those 2 teams, in the final regular season game in the whole NFL for the 2024-25 season. Those 2. The Minnesota Vikings taking the Detroit Lions. Winner will get the 1 seed. Loser will get the 5 seed. Philadelphia Eagles. They're the two, but they're going to rest Keisters. Except for Saquon Barkley, maybe. We'll see if he wins. They're going to have him break the all-time rushing record for yards in the season. Rushing yards in the season, break the all-time record for that, which is over 2,100. So only like 101 yards more needed to break it. So, but with the extra game, he's got the advantage. They can do it. So, it's 16 game. It was a 16 game record. Maybe. Well, we'll give it to you 17. Let you break it. Maybe. Who knows? But the LA Rams, the 3 seed, they are fighting for the. They have won the NFC West with a win over Arizona, and they clinch the strength of victory tiebreakers with Minnesota winning, Washington winning, Buffalo winning, and Cincinnati winning. Those 4 teams clinch strength of victory tiebreakers. Strength of victory, which is basically every team that you win against, you get a point, and select the number of combined wins from every single team you beat. And the LA Rams clinched it with 4. And then if they have 3 wins and a tie, and they got 4 wins. But the Rams are still fighting for the 3 spot if they win and Tampa Bay loses. If they win the 3, Tampa Bay could get the 3 if LA Rams, if they lose to Seattle, and Tampa Bay beats New Orleans in week 18. Well then, then Tampa Bay will leapfrog LA Rams for week 18. In week 18. So it does matter. So LA Rams. But they're already gonna know if you're already gonna find out though. Maybe the players might not know, but the fans will definitely know that Tampa Bay leapfrogged for the moment. May have the temporary hold on the 3 if LA Rams lose. I know, we'll see though how that goes. Down. You have, now going into it, you have the Washington Commanders. They have a better record, and the Tampa Bay holds tiebreaker because they have a better record over NFC opponents. Conference opponents, and let's say German 2 teams, tiebreakers that aren't playing in the same division. So yeah, and then you have Washington, the Washington Commanders. They clinch the playoff spot with a win, and they also take a hold of the 6th seed with their win over Atlanta. They clinch the 6th seed. They will be they have the better conference record over the Green Bay Packers. With their loss to Minnesota, Green Bay Packers lost to Minnesota. Washington Commanders win over Atlanta. So Washington Commanders have to face the Dallas Cowboys week 18, and then the Green Bay Packers have to face the Chicago Bears. Washington Commanders, they did lose to the Chicago Bears. Or Washington Commanders, not the Chicago Bears. Washington Commanders lost to the Dallas Cowboys earlier in the season with Cooper Rush in them. And now they've got a couple other key players out. Dallas are battling injuries, and just gotten bad enough to where they can't play through it. So they're rested. So they're out. But for the last couple games, but then Green Bay, they have to take on Chicago, which is an easier task. but we'll see what goes on. But Washington is at the 6. They want to stay at the 6, so they'd want to play like LA Rams or Tampa Bay, depending on who gets the 3 seed. Philadelphia. If Jalen Hurts comes back the first game of the playoffs, that's going to be tough for Green Bay Packers because they did lose to Philadelphia in Brazil in the Sao Paulo Brazil game, Week 1, and the Green Bay Packers are pretty bad. Not bad. They're not bad, but they're just against the good teams. They lost to Detroit twice, Minnesota twice, and Philadelphia once. So 5 good teams that they played. 5 times they played good teams. They lost all 5. And they just can't be one of those teams where when they show up against bad teams or 27 points. They can't just in the final the final 8 minutes of the 4th quarter. They just can't start showing up playing well, It's kind of disappointing, for them. But, and then you got Green Bay, you got Tampa Bay, they're in the hunt. But if they lose to New Orleans, and then Atlanta who beats Carolina, then Atlanta will get that's why Atlanta's still in the bubble. But Tampa Bay, not theoretically, not guaranteed to get, but they have a pretty good shot. To get it, especially if Derek Carr's not come back. Especially if they have a lot of key starters for New Orleans that aren't playing. They haven't played for them, and maybe aren't playing this game. On the offensive side, or defensive side, big out there, Big 10 players. So and on the offensive side, they do. On the defensive side, they might too. So it seems like it too, kind of. So yeah, it should be an easier win for Tampa Bay. And then so Atlanta will be on the outside looking in. And Seattle is been eliminated because they cannot clinch a wild card. They could not clinch a wild card spot thanks to thanks to Commanders, Russian Commanders win, and they couldn't clinch the NFC West because LA Rams took that from them with the strength of victory tiebreakers. In Atlanta, it looks like they're probably going to be on the outside looking in. Eliminated, so we have it. That's week 18, 2024 playoff picture. And my national games. Obviously, you have the 2 national games, which is Cleveland and Baltimore, and Cincinnati, Pittsburgh, on Saturday on ESPN and ABC. It's on both. It's on, so that's at 4:30 Eastern, and then you have the Sunday football, which is Minnesota Vikings and Detroit Lions at 8:00 Eastern. Then you have the 1:00 and 4:25 Eastern windows. But the national one for Fox, you either Washington at Dallas, or you have Green Bay at Chicago, or you have Tampa at New Orleans. That's the 3 teams facing in playoffs. Have playoffs implications. I would say it's probably going to be Washington at Dallas is the national game on CBS. There's only one team with playoff implications. They're fighting for a playoff spot. No, that's fighting for a playoff spot. Not there's some teams with the resting key stars. So I'm just gonna say it's gonna be Carolina, Atlanta on in the CBS lane, you got Kansas City at Denver or LA Chargers at Las Vegas. I don't think it's gonna be LA Chargers at Las Vegas. It's probably Kansas City at Denver, but the NFL is probably gonna have or CBS and they're gonna have watching that game pretty closely. And yeah, I think it's not competitive because Denver and Kansas City wrestling stars, or Kansas City is not Denver. Kansas City's wrestling a bunch of stars against Denver could get ugly. The score does. They know they've got LA Chargers at Las Vegas, or if they show LA Chargers at Las Vegas as the featured game instead because of that. You know, we'll see. They might have it to where they switch the game, like the national game, and they say, oh, for those of you who are watching that, we're gonna switch to a competitive game. And then for the Fox late window, 4:10 Eastern window, they have 2 games where we play teams. LA Rams, Seattle Rams, and they got Miami and my Jets. I was gonna say Miami and my Jets was the only one, but actually LA Rams are in the playoffs, so are still fighting for a seed, but they're fighting for the 3 seed or the 4 seed, and they're gonna see what Tampa Bay's doing, but they're fighting for the 3 though. So it's going to be, let's Tampa lose to New Orleans. LA Rams are fighting for the 3 seed. So LA Rams will see. So the Seattle LA Rams game, that's going to be the national feature game. But Miami and my Jets could be a feature game in other team markets. It's gonna be dependent on what team markets, for like playoffs teams. Like teams that you wanna see, this team has most likely get the 6th seed. We want Washington to say LA Rams in LA area, they're gonna show Washington game. In like the Philadelphia area, they're gonna show the Green Bay game. It's kind of why they did it with CBS and Fox, because they both have double headers. They both break all the rules, and when your team's playing early window, one channel, and there's no double, but there's a double header, so you don't have a single one because of that. And you're gonna see like other Rams, like Tampa Bay and Arizona, they're gonna play in the same markets on TV. So it's gonna be, one's gonna be one channel, one's gonna be the other channel. And then you're going to have then you're gonna have like when you're gonna have LA Rams be the national game, but then like the NFC South area, you're definitely gonna see LA Rams game. You're going to and then you will see like Miami, like you'll see that in like Denver, the Miami game. You'll see that in like Denver. You'll see that in Miami. You'll see in Fox in the Denver area, in like the Denver Broncos team market. For some team market area, you'll see in the New York City area, obviously in Miami area, and then you'll see it in probably Cincinnati area as well. will, you'll see the LA Rams game. And then I'll see in like Pittsburgh area, you'll see like the LA Chargers game in Pittsburgh. They'll put the LA Chargers game in Pittsburgh. In like that area. So it's gonna be interesting, how they do it. But I do maps. I think they'll do maps and like that. But yeah, that's just it. So that's my thoughts. That's updated week 18 type picture with the national games. I think are national games and hardly gonna do the Sunday night or the Sunday afternoon windows. CBS and Fox. I think that's how, because we're counting out with one game is on your network. For most games, one team is playing on CBS, and my other team is playing on Fox. For later, if you're playing on CBS, local team is your playoff team is playing on team that's in playoff contention, and your team at face is playing on Fox. Unless you're playing like the plays on Saturday or Saturday or you're playing on if you're not in a spot where it's your local team is just resistors or playing some or played already, then you just get like the national games on one channel and the teams games that will play a picture for your local team on one channel. So it's gonna be interesting how they do it, but most likely that's what they're gonna give you the national game on one channel. If you're playing on one channel, like CBS or Fox, you'll get that game, and then your team that is involved in like playoff seedings with you will be on the other channel. Unless the team that's involved in playoff seedings with you isn't on the other channel, which in that case you'll just get the national game. And then you'll just get or if you're and then or if your team is involved in playoffs, your local team, you just get the national game on the other channel. Or if it's like the Swings Detroit Lions, you'll just get the national game. Except they might do it to where you get New Orleans and Tampa Bay and Seattle Rams in those areas. I can see that one because Tampa Bay and LA Rams, they're fighting for the 4s, but they're in the 3-4 battle. You want to see that. But in Minnesota, in the Metro Green Bay game, because Green Bay is fighting for that, is in the area of Minnesota teamwork. Minneapolis teamwork. They may give a little bit, but they might not though. Next time you're fan base, but they might not. They might not. We will see how that goes.